Upstream. How we doing? How is your Friday? I hope it's the best Friday ever. Best Friday in the history of all Fridays. Hope it's a good one. Just sending out a few messages real quick as we do at the beginning of every stream. Oh, Davius. Doing good, my man. How are you? Fantastic. Go, just finished up. Fantastic, everything's looking good. And as I said, I hope you are having the best Friday. I'm having a great Friday too. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you. First things first, I'm gonna hit you with a promo. Bam. This is what we do every 2 weeks. This is Faction War. It's our 12-month limited ammo open class paintball engagement for everyone. Gotta be 10 or up. Dates are usually every 2 weeks. We have a training element at the beginning of the month and a competition element towards the end of the month. Learn all the game modes during the training date, compete for points during the competition date, stack points for an entire year. At the end of the year, we have Operation Defiance and spend those points. We play at a place called Adventure Games, or AG Paintball, in Ware, New Hampshire. And as I always say, even if you're not going to come to one of our Faction War events or Magnet Mayhem events, make sure you check out AG. It's awesome. Yo, what up, Logan? How we doing? Because guys, even if you don't play paintball, AG has not only a great place to play some laser tag, that's right, no impact. You can also play some low impact paintball if you'd like as well. I'm gonna jump in slowly. But they also have some pretty incredible food. You should definitely go check out Snack Shot. It's right next door. Shout out to Sheffrey for making us some bomb ass food every single time that we play. Good man. But yeah, guys, check out AG Paintball, from the ownership to the rep staff to management, everybody that makes that place what it is, the community. It's an awesome place to play some paintball, especially if it's your first time. I don't know if you're going to find a more welcoming group of individuals. I'm pretty sure it's hard to compete with. Guys, I also got this promo for you too. This is a little something else that we do. It's Magfed Mayhem. It's our Magfed only element. If you don't know what Magfed only is, you can go to the appropriate channels. Go YouTube, Google. Do a little deep dive of your own. It's a unique element or iteration in the world of paintball. It's fantastic. In fact, a little bit later tonight, or today, whatever time it is for you, I'm going to go over some of the basics of paintball, and in that I'll explain Magfed and what its purpose is in the world of paintball. But Magfed only games are a very high demand niche element of paintball. We focus more on objectives, multiple objectives, a little bit more minutia in our gameplay, and it's a really good time. Excellent way to spend your weekend. Go to our website, anymagfed.com, to see or gain more intel on Magfed Mayhem days, or see if the faction war date works for you. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Carbon for making us some dope ass jerseys. Yo, that's awesome to hear, Logie Bar. That's awesome. You played at AG last weekend for the first time in a while and fell back in love with the game. That's what it's all about. For real, for real. Even if you're one of those players that's played once, maybe you went to a birthday party, maybe it was a corporate function or something like that, and you just checked it out. The game has changed. It's evolved in more ways than one. Like I said, if you have a great place to play, it makes it even better. If you have a really good community around you, then that's the best. You won. GG. Thanks for playing. A quick shout out to Carbon. Thank you, Carbon, for making us some dope ass jerseys. Purple team, you guys know what to do. You're gonna have to hold your horses a little bit, but make a promo for that as well once we get them in hand. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to chat. Good to see you. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, actually, that's a very good question. I would love to pose some of those questions to our paintball community. I think some more people are going to jump on tonight, and if not, I know that next week's interviews will definitely have more of our faction war players online. Yep. Yeah, I very slowly promote this. Absolutely. It's a casual but fun thing that we do because we all love paintball. Yeah, that's right. It's also why I play pretty laid-back games, minus Tarkov. Yeah, that's true. But I do that so I can focus on chat and see what you guys are up to. So Logie, what fields did you end up playing while you were back at AG? Oh, nice. You loved it so much you bought yourself a new setup. That's sick. Well, tell me what fields you played in, and tell me a little bit about your setup. What did you get? What did you set yourself up with? What up, stream? How we doing, guys? Good.
Press the Y button for accessibility
Yes, I will be putting Forza back on the menu. Yeah, because it seems like racing games are actually a thing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. At least on this channel it is.
So when are you gonna get your own place?
Yeah, we're gonna primarily stream Dark and Darker when it comes out. It should. Yeah, it absolutely should. It'll make a big difference. Are you going to upgrade your setup at any point in time? Yes. 100%. New PC might be in the works. Saw 4090s dropped. Not in price, but they're there. They exist. Oh, nice, you did all the Woods Ball courses. That's fantastic. Yeah, the woods ball there is awesome. It's great. There's a field there called Roanoke, which happens to be probably my favorite field at AG. That has some of the coolest elevation changes. When you offhand shoot from like the tape line on the right, start off at the bottom of the field and work your way up. It is one crazy experience. There's also supposedly Yetis there as well. You know, might see one. Logie, tell me a little bit about your setup, man. What did you end up picking out? Because on tonight's stream, I'm gonna go over some of the basics of paintball. You got yourself an Empire Mini GS with the HK Army Aerolite tank and a HEYO 2-feeder. But you're gonna upgrade the HEYO. Nice. Very nice. Yo, that's awesome. Little mini GS's rip. They do. They have a very unique sound signature, and those things just rip. It's awesome. Nice. Well, congrats. Congrats on the entire setup. That's awesome. A lot of first-time players in our sport that want to get involved in paintball, and it doesn't matter what iteration it is. They could be even, maybe they went to a stock class game and they just love stock class, and they don't know where to start. And I think that tonight, what we might do, or today, depending on what time it is for you, we're gonna go over and cover some of those basics. What you should possibly get on your first time going out. Like, what do I buy first? What's my first investment into the sport? One of the questions we had on last stream was, what is Magped? And then after a very brief, topical explanation of what Magped was, the question was, then why would you play Magped? Wouldn't you just bring an electronic marker or a very fast mechanical marker out to the field? So tonight we will answer these questions. After I smashed into a car, apparently. I appreciate the question on upgrading equipment, and yes, I think since I've been streaming enough, I actually enjoy doing it because it's super casual and fun. I love hanging out with you guys. Probably just make an upgrade on my gear. Decent camera, decent mic. My rig is good. Specs are okay. Just when I do something, I like to sometimes overdo it. If that's even a thing. Yo, I'm doing good. Welcome back. Welcome back to chat. About to lap these guys and come up on a massive cluster. Crazy. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh. Whoa. Crashed the car. Yeah, and I escaped. Oh. What do I have for a setup? Well, after this race, I'll show you. We'll get into the conversation a little. I'll answer questions piecemeal. I have a little list right here of the questions we've been asked over the past couple of streams, and I think it's important that we address some of them.
I've relocated the previous suspect again. Resume pursuit.
Hey, it's Anna. Watch yourself out there. I hear the cops are wrapping it up.
Oh, I hope they do.
Got a visual on the suspect. Found him.
Get your friends out and sweep the area.
I'll show you my setup in just a sec. Uh-oh. Let's make it right here real quick.
You lost them. I'm calling it off.
Copy. I'll get back to you.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to chat. Welcome back. I was trying to throw it completely sideways.
And no matter how good
Awesome.
or bad your night was,
Yeah, so
tomorrow's another day.
to answer your question, what I use in the world of paintball, I play MagFed. It's been my choice of paintball marker for the past several years, probably close to the past decade. In that time frame, I've used a number of MagFed markers. On some occasions, yes, I've used hopper fed markers, especially if it's like a big scenario game somewhere where I need a lot of volume. But for the most part, I use MagFed only, and the reason for that is with MagFed, which is what this is. With MagFed, and of course, guys, it goes without saying, every paintball marker on my stream is always made safe. There's no air, there's no rounds anywhere, so you can't shoot a paintball or a first strike. And the reason I play MagFed is because of these little guys here. You can see that? It's a first strike round. It's a shaped projectile, which fits in the magazine. Fits in there, then goes into the marker. And the first strike round allows a MagFed player to shoot at around like 70-ish yards with a red dot, which is pretty nice. So in the sport of paintball, if you've ever played paintball before, you know that's a pretty far shot. Those shots in particular are pretty hard to make if you don't have your marker dialed in. So if you do play MagFed, understand that there's probably going to be, even if you have an MG, there's going to be a little bit of a tuning aspect to dial things in exactly how you want it, whether that's upgrades and mods to your system, or if it's just personal preference on some things, some attachments. So that's pretty interesting. But that's what I rock for a setup. And then for a tank, I use a First Strike 4500 CI tank. It's a 13 CI, sorry, it's 4500, which is probably one of the best investments I've made. It's small, it's light, fits on most MagFed markers. And then, yeah, with MagFed, I can also shoot traditional paintballs all the time, which I plan on doing a lot more of because most of my markers have full auto in them, which is pretty sweet. So if you play with some good round ball, it's a great day out. It's awesome. And it means you can keep up a little bit too, just being honest, with people that have a little bit more volume control, which is nice. Very nice. Hyperball field. Just saying. Play the hyperball field, you know what's up. Do you guys meet every 2 weeks? Yes, we meet almost every 2 weeks. There are sometimes that we have like a maybe like a bye week, if you want to call it that. It's usually because there's another big scenario game at the field coming up, which again, guys, we haven't even tapped into that. We haven't even gone into the scenario game aspect. But the reason our scheduling is how it is because there's usually a scenario game that's at the field that we want to support as often as possible, because the more you support your home field, or any paintball field for that matter, and you play the sport, it means that you have a place to play. And another place to play, I should say, if it's out of state even. Is there a difference in the paintballs that you shoot for mag fed? No, there's no difference. So when I go to a paintball field, I bring my mag fed markers. It just means I'm limiting myself on my capacity. Each one of those magazines that I've showed you guys over the past several streams, they only hold a maximum of 18 rounds. So you can imagine if I have, you know, even 6 mags on me and 1 in the well when I go out, it's only 7 mags. Not a lot of ammo. A hopper on a traditional paintball marker can hold a lot more than that. 250, 300 maybe. I don't know what the largest capacity for a hopper is. I'm not a Pinocchio like a legit hopper. How many times a week do I play? I would love to be able to play every single week. That's not in the cards for me because I have to work. So I play every 2 weeks. On occasion, I'm able to make it out to the field on just a random day, which I love because it doesn't always have to be a faction war day or a magfed day to go play some paintball. Legitimately whenever. Yeah, paintball is just such an awesome thing to do on a weekend. How many magfed guns do I have? A few. Yeah, I've got a few. Let's just say at least one from every manufacturer over the past like decade, maybe a little more. Actually, that's a great question. How long has magfed been around? I think it's 13 years. Either 12 or 13 years. Somewhere in there.
Sirens on, engaging pursuit.
on the target would be helpful.
That's a quick escape there, Chad.
Get in on the fun before it's over.
Do paintballs hurt? I don't know, chat. Do paintballs hurt? Those of you that have played, I don't think they do. I wouldn't call it a hurt sensation. I'd call it a small sting. Mag bed guns shoot. Is that harder or faster? Oh, faster. No, they do not. Mag bed markers do not shoot faster. When we go to a paintball field, one of the first things that we do after everyone's all set up in staging, you make sure that your marker's made safe and you're loaded up, you're almost ready to go. You chrono your marker. And the reason that we do this is, first of all, we're not jerks out there to hurt each other. We're playing with a community of people that we play with regularly, and they're all great people. So we want to make sure we're not extending ourselves by shooting any faster than 280 feet per second at our field. Other fields might be different. You always have to check with your field, make sure you're chronoing the right way. You're always going to hear a story of someone back in the day who never chronoed. Oh, yep. My concept is that if you want to play the sport, chronoing is awesome because it keeps everyone on the same page. Because regardless of what people say or tell you about paintball, it is only 20% gear and 80% player. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It is. Alright, so let's cover a basic. Let's cover a basic real quick. Let's cover a paintball basic. We just leveled up. Yay for us. Excellent. Let's cover a basic. This is going to be one of the most important basics ever. One of the most basic and the first purchase in the world of paintball should be this. See what this is? This is a paintball mask. There's a number of different types of masks that you can buy. A number of different colors and finishes. These are just two that I have right next to me. But this mask is the most important investment because it protects those two beautiful things in your face called eyeballs, as well as the rest of your face, your teeth, everything. Paintball masks have come a long way, and this is the most important investment you'll make. You want to go try on masks in pro shops if you can. This way you're sure to get a good fit. Some people prefer a different either type of visibility or maybe even breathability. If you're in tournament paintball, you want to be able to, if you're a home player, you want to be able to vocalize what's going on and yell through your mask. But this is undoubtedly the most important, number one, most basic thing in paintball is this guy. So go try it on, make sure it fits, make sure it works the way that you want it to. It's comfortable, it's not going to fall off your head. But that is 100%, I would say, one of the most basic things in our sport. you should never buy a mask online that looks cool. Unless you know it's ASTM rated and it's rated for paintball. Because sometimes you'll see a really cool looking mask, like Airsoft does it all the time. They're gonna have this awesome looking mask. It's gonna be cheap. You can be like, wow, I can bring this to the paintball field. Not all the time. Masks have to be approved, and if you have a custom mask that you've made at home, it also has to be approved by the field. Even if you've signed the waiver, it doesn't matter. The field has to make sure that they're doing their due diligence to protect you in case rounds come in and your mask isn't up to snuff. You want to make sure that it is. Again, it is like hands down the most important thing that you'll buy, more so than your gun or your, slide shorts or your gloves, your headband, any of that. Your mask is number one. Always will be. Always will be. Yep, absolutely. I will 100% show you guys what that looks like. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were getting raided again by by someone. I forget who raided us the other night. They had like 7 or 8 viewers. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Alright, let's see. We're doing it. Yes. Excellent. Do we play throughout the year? Yes, we do. We play 12 months. Yeah, there's no downtime. Not with our group. There's no downtime. Yo, Millis, what up? Welcome back. Yeah, Jason, welcome back to you. Is that Carrie chilling? It is. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Yep, we're gonna race around a little bit more. We're gonna cover another paintball basic after this. Yes. Yes, we're gonna save all the guns for a little bit later. Yes. Yes, we will absolutely go over that. Logie asking, how do they maintain the fields in the winter? Well, the ownership at our field at AG is pretty awesome. And they stay open in the wintertime, which is super, super nice. Let's go get some cash. And what ends up happening is Eric will drive out into the field with the tractor and a number of other snow moving machines, a bevy of them, and he'll clear out paths throughout the snow in the wintertime, and it creates a completely different aspect of playing paintball. It's awesome. In fact, winter ball is probably my favorite time to play paintball. I love night games. Night games are actually my favorite time to play paintball. I know it sounds strange, but night games to me are just one of the best facets of playing something like milsim, for lack of a better. But that's how they maintain the fields in the wintertime, is the ownership gets out there and actually maintains them and grooms them in a different way, a way that when you play during the spring and summertime, it's not the same as a winter game at all. Another cool part about winter games is that when it snows, you play hunter-prey games, and you can track individuals through the snow. The other benefit is that during the winter, there's less players that want to come out and play, and I understand that. I get that. You're saying to yourself, why would I get up? I'm in my PJs. I'm with my girl. We're eating last night's buffalo wings in bed right now at 3 in the morning. We're gonna go back to bed. I'm not getting up for paintball. Or maybe you had a really late night work. You don't want to get up. You don't want to go play paintball. It's too cold. I get it. But I will say that if you have the ability to go play some winter games, you do it, because it's how I think woods ballers become the best absolute version of themselves, is by playing in conditions that they don't normally play in. I truly believe that, and winter games are part of that facet. Yo, you definitely should. You should. Season pass is the way to go. And normally, with what we do in Faction War, or even Magted Mayhem, we want to get people out that continuously come to play. Best part about a season pass is that you can not only come play with us on the regular every 2 weeks. You just show up after you have your own gear as well, and a season pass, you're all set. You're just paying for ammo and food and gas to get there. And it goes without saying that if you get the pass for our games, awesome, thank you, I appreciate you. But then you also get to play AG scenario games. You come on customer appreciation days because you have a season pass. You get hooked up. You come in on any one of those days, you're paying like nothing to just basically enjoy the sport. And if it's not absolutely nothing, it is directly next to nothing. It's super cheap. Plus, like I said, I'll give a shout out to Chefry every single time. Chef is the man. He keeps us nice and well fed, and the specials are on point. Great addition to the field. Yo, it is sick, Yogi. It is. It is sick. Plus, I'll be honest, and yeah, I'll sound like a broken record, but that's why Faction War is the shit too, because it allows you to come to the field, or whatever field Faction War is at, every 2 weeks. In the sport of paintball, that's unheard of. You can also bring the paint that you buy at the field back to play, so you could legit come play multiple times in a month, which is what we do. Just a little side note for people, Faction War is the longest standing recurring woodsball platform of its kind, because it is a competitive element. You are competing for points every season. And when we go over the next paintball basic after this race, I will tell you guys how Faction War works, give you another quick blurb, hit you with the promo real quick, probably go grab a quick cup of coffee, which is done, thank goodness. Get some drinking coffee late at night. I like the taste of it, give me a break. Yo, Maria, welcome back. Welcome back. Yo, I'm so glad. I'm glad you liked that stream last night. Thank you. Saw it after you streamed. Yeah, no, honestly, that's how we have most of our viewership. Because I slow promote this. I absolutely do. I keep it for members of our community. Yeah, everyone's welcome. You could just invite your friends in here and talk about whatever, you know, as long as it's, you know, in scope and scale of being respectful, 100%. Trying to get to all these higher level races. How long have you been playing paintball? It'll scare you. It'll scare you. I played tournament paintball back in the 90s. Late 90s. It was 90s nonetheless. I liked it. It was kind of fun. And then I decided that I wanted to mix it up a little bit. Started playing woods ball. Fell in love with woods ball. I love woods ball. Definitely have an appreciation for both. I found myself playing more woods ball, and I was like, wow, this is sick. Markers at that time, aka guns for those of you that don't know, we call our guns markers because paint marks. And the technology was obviously way different than it was today. I took a break. I pursued music for a long time. I played in some bands, toured, went around for a little bit. Different clubs and venues throughout the US, and then came back and I found this thing, this weird thing, this obscure thing called MagFed. What is MagFed? I researched it, I did my homework, did a lot of homework, watched a lot of videos. Thank you, Death Element. I watched a lot of videos because I was intrigued. MagFed 10 years ago is not what it is today, like anything. And what transpired after me watching a couple of videos, well, I went out, bought a MagFed marker, and said, I should probably start a business for this. So I did. And through that business, here we are today. A bunch of years later, covering paintball basics on a live stream. Yep, after this race, we're covering the next basic. It's happening. Yo, it's not even 10 my time. Not even 10 my time yet. Speed name Noodles. It is Noodles. about you other guys in chat? Anybody else played at AG? Anybody from the illustrious adventure games? If not, what field do you play at? Even if you hit the chat late game, it's okay, because we're using tonight's paintball basics to inform others about what the most fundamental parts of paintball are, what your first investments should be, and what to expect when you go to a field. Some people don't know how deep the rabbit hole is. It's very true. It's very true. It's like that with any sport that you like or any activity that you like. Music. I don't even want to go into how much I spent on guitars and amps. Bass guitars, microphones, DJ equipment. Going to cover faction war. Yes, I will. I will, just a little bit. I don't want to bore you to death. I will. I'll cover a little bit of it. You've played at Liberty Paintball. That is very odd that you mentioned Liberty Paintball. They don't need any of those. It's very odd that you mentioned Liberty. I just sent them a message the other day regarding Faction War to see if they wanted to put our banner up at that field. Yeah, I think so. You guys will really enjoy the concept that we have planned within Faction War for travel games. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we are. We are. We're gonna go over another PB basic. Yo, welcome back. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, I know, it's been wild, right? I know. No. I know. I know. We're just gonna end up at this dealership real quick. Go over the next PB basic. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. It's honestly, it's just the quality. It's the quality of Need for Speed. Yeah. That's why Dark and Darker was so awesome. And like I said, as soon as we get that, that's going to be our primary. Yes. Alright, guys. So, another quick PB basic. something that inherently you will end up buying for most every paintball marker you shoot. I think very few, if I've only known of one paintball marker that doesn't use this type of power source, is a tank. Tanks. Let's talk about tanks real quick. A tank is another very important investment, depending on what you play and what you're using for a marker or gun. It's going to be very important that you get a great tank match to your marker. This is a 3K tank, and they have 3K and 4,500 tanks. It's just a pressure of the tank, of the air going into the tank, rather. Also, the capacity in which you'll be able to use your marker, most markers. There's a low pressure and a high pressure. This part of the tank up here is where your regulator sits. You can have a gauge which tells you how much air that you have, and you're going to want to make sure that before you go and play paintball anywhere that you've filled your tank, because there's been multiple times where I myself have forgotten to fill my tank, and you go out and that's the last thing you want, is to have an empty tank. But when purchasing a tank, there's a number of things to look out for. The best thing to do, again, is go to a pro shop like the one that we have at AG. You want to look at tanks and see which one not only fits your price range, because they do range in price, but also fits your marker well. I know that sounds like a weird caveat, but those that have played paintball before, you know that some tanks are just too big, or some are too small or too awkward. And if you play tournament ball or speedball, you know that you want, like, you know, some guys like a peanut style tank, others like, you know, like a different type of super light that you do, even down to sometimes the carbon fiber that it's wrapped in. It's all personal preference at that point, but the tank is definitely a super important part of your paintball purchases. And when you're a new player and you're like, what am I getting, what do I buy, you can always ask pro shop members what type of tank best fits the marker that you have. If you're buying a package, sometimes that you can then ask them about the tank itself, what its capacity is, if it's a 3K or 4,500. And the last, and I would say one of the most important parts of a tank, besides like reg integrity and thread integrity, things like that, because these are threaded, they screw into your paintball marker, is the hydro date. Every tank that we use has a date, manufacturer's date, that indicates when the unit was made. And you want to make sure that you're within your hydro date. If you ever have a question of if my tank is in hydro, you can ask those that are at your pro shop, or even filling air. Sometimes at air stations you'll have a ref that's filling everybody's air for the day. You could ask, hey, is my tank in hydro? And they can check for you and tell you if it is or isn't. If it's not, you can get your tank rehydroed, usually through your pro shop or a local paintball shop, and get it back in your hands pretty quickly. So just another option. But this, another PB basic. We're covering them all. Covering all the basics. That's just how it works. Figured we'd just go to the dealership real quick and see what's out there. Do want to buy one of these 350 or 370Zs. Because yes, I do like them in reality, and this guy right here, I might just have to. This is Skyline. I'm a Skyline fan. That's right. I am. Yes, next PB basic. Might be markers. Might be. You're gonna have to see. I love this AMG. But I also thought there was an AMG, different AMG in there too. How long do I stream for? I usually stream for 3 hours. Yep. Yeah. That's Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday we have Discord meetings for our faction war players, so I'm usually on from 6 to 7. Excuse me. Don't want to sneeze in the headset. But yeah, I'm usually on 6 to 7 on Wednesdays, and then occasionally a Saturday or Sunday stream will pop up. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing. Might have to snag this Porsche. Spider. I love this car. They have the weird ass exhaust. Yes, it does. There's that weird quad tip exhaust. I think it's a mid-engine. Alright, so we need 1.5 mil. So we need to make some money. That's what I'm saying. We need some money. Time is at 10 o'clock. So here's what's going to happen. For those of you that are on the stream regularly, and you know this, I don't have multi-stream chat, right? So I go off both of the chats, but actually all three of the chats, including YouTube. But let me just say this, you know that I do giveaways. I can't count how many cases of paint we've given away over the past couple months. But like I said, we've kept this small. We've kept this very small. And I appreciate it, and I like that. I think what we're going to do at some point soon here is we're going to do another giveaway. And what I would ask you to do is just grab a couple friends, bring them in. Just be like, yo, come check out Twitch chat. We're just chilling. We're talking about paintball related stuff. We cover a lot of topics. I know. But usually it is paintball related stuff. I'm gonna probably end up doing some giveaways. And if you guys are in chat tonight and you bring people in, have them in chat say who it was that invited them. Just like in chat. That way I can go back through chat log and I can see who was referring whom. We'll do a tally at the end of the month. So if you guys are hearing this, bring your friends into chat. No self referrals. I'll see this. Even if it's the same person doing like 5. No, I'll see it. Trust. Yep. Yeah, because we're gonna redo everything. We're gonna have hype trains, boost trains, pretty much everything Twitch centric. Yes, absolutely. Guys, real quick, before I take a break just to go grab coffee real quick, I'm gonna hit you with a promo. Bam. This is what we do. This is what we do every 2 weeks ish. We meet up at AG Paintball in Ware, New Hampshire. We play paintball. We have training dates. We have competition dates. You can go to either at any point in time. And if you do so, you're going to have one of the best weekends you've ever had. The reason I say this is because we have one of the best communities in the world in sport of paintball at AG Paintball. You're gonna find super inviting, super friendly individuals. Even if you don't go to a faction war event, you just show up. Go on a walk-on day. Just randomly go. We have people who show up for dates, birthday parties. Just a random like, yo, what are you doing today? Yo, let's just go try paintball. They do, and then they're hooked. Try it. Check it out. But if any of these dates should fit your schedule, you can go to NEMagfed or NewEnglandMagfed.com and check it out. You've got a bevy of information at your fingertips. You can even sign up for our email blasts if you want. Occasionally we'll do like a giveaway or a special or something like that with our merch, which also you can find on the website too. You should check out the merch shop. We've got level 1 drip right now for everybody, so if you want to sport some new gear, you can go over there, check out the merch. Team jerseys, like I said, those will be coming out soon on the Carbon website, so you can pick those up. And in fact, let me just give a quick shout out to Carbon. I want to say thank you guys for making us some dope ass jerseys this season. Can't wait to get those into players' hands. Can't wait for our purple team jerseys to come in as well. Guys, I'm gonna hit you with this last promo. This is another thing that we do. Do not mind the dates. Forget the dates on this promo. They don't exist. That's not for 2023. We're gonna have a fresh schedule coming out at the beginning of the year, January 2023 for you guys. This is gonna be a once monthly MagFed only engagement for all players. Even if you've never played MagFed before, you can just jump into these. It is a great time. And like I said before, guys, I showed you what a MagFed marker is. I'll show you a couple more here in a couple minutes when we go over basics. But MagFed is just a different iteration in the world of paintball. You still play paintball just the way that we always do traditional paintball. We just have a heavier focus on objectives and multiple mechanics within our games. So just a different way to play. That's all. Just an absolutely different way to play. I'm going to leave this promo up here for a hot minute, guys. I'm just running down to grab a quick drink, as I do, as you know I do, and I'll be right back. What up, stream? It was that quick. Yo, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Yo, appreciate all those follows. Yo, shout out. New followers. And our new subs on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Alright, so... Oh, PB Basic. Well, let's do this. because the next topic is, the next topic is going to be lengthy. It just is. It's gonna be markers. We're gonna talk about markers, and markers are gonna go on for a while because I'm sitting next to a bunch of them. I know. So Yogi, did you have a favorite field that you played at AG? Is there one that stood out in your mind during the day? You were just like, damn, it's probably my favorite field of the day. Yo, Maria, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Wait, weren't you already following? Okay. That was just for, alright, that was from last stream. That was from the last stream. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, really? That's sick. Yeah, we had a great time. We really did. The last event, which was a couple weeks ago, I'll be honest, it was not anytime soon, unfortunately. Yeah, the last event was awesome. We had a really good turnout. We usually average, the question is how many players do we usually have at events? The answer is usually around 30. That seems to be our average. Our lowest number of players, I think, was 4. So it was like a 2v2, which was still fun as hell. It was very cold and rainy that day. If I remember it distinctively. One that stands in your mind. Stands out in your mind, I should say. Yep, and then our largest game has been 178 players in one game. And that was on a pretty random weekend, if I remember correctly. I did not expect 178 bodies to be in the game there with us at the same time. A small scenario. It basically was a mini scenario. I'll be honest, when we play faction war games, they take up a good portion of AG, and I can't tell you how awesome it is to know that the field that we're at supports us by allowing us to take up a large portion of their business, because it's a business, in order to facilitate our games. It's so nice. Because ultimately what happens is, if players play these games that we've created, and they realize that they can show up every couple weeks and play with the gear and the season pass that they just got, like, that's out of control. That's ridiculous. You just got the best deal on earth right there. You just won. I don't know. I think that if you were gonna do something like that, if you were gonna get into anything and you got yourself hooked up with a deal like that, I don't know why you wouldn't be out there every other weekend or every week if you could. You can. Some people can. Some people can make it out every week. I think that's awesome. Like, you should go as much as you can. Let me say this about paintball as well. This is another basic. This is like an addendum to the basics. But paintball is an excellent workout. It is awesome. It is an awesome workout. So you'll think to yourself like, yeah, you know, I'm only doing these small little maneuvers during the day. I'm just doing little bumps here to there, different bunkers and stuff, and you know, I'm learning fields and I'm doing this and this and this, and at the end of the day, you are pretty spent. Because even if you think that you went or took it easy, you didn't really take it easy. You wanted to play. And that goes for everyone. We have brand new players that lose their minds, kids that lose their minds, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa. It's just unique. Very unique, to say the least. Slidey boy ones. I'll do a slidey boy one. Yeah. Oh, it 100% is. It 100% is. Yes. Yes. And like I said, I'll honor that. You guys just keep showing up. Because I keep this... Yeah, I keep this tight-knit in the beginning for this reason. This is our... Yes, this is our little playground for faction war. And for pretty much anybody in the channel. We have other people in here that have never played paintball before. They've heard about it.
We got a new couch. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, they've heard about it, they don't know what it is, or they've seen our promo and they're like, yo, what's New England Mag Fed? Yeah, it definitely is. It's part of our business model, is to get to other fields. I'll cover that a little. I have a minute before my slidey boy match. But one of the best parts of Faction War is the fact that you can go from field to field, bring the jersey that you buy at the beginning of the year for your team, either red or blue, because that's what you're picking. You're picking Native Lands Coalition on blue team. You're picking the Outland Raiders on red team. You buy a jersey. Say you are playing paintball at AG Paintball for 3 months, and you've stacked some points for either red or blue team, and you want to take a trip. You're going to go to New York. And in New York, they so happen to have a Faction War game going on. Okay. Alright, word. Well, you bring your jersey to the field, you play for either red or blue team during a Faction War game, you're still gaining points for that faction. So what that means is that you have the ability to continuously gain points in Faction War no matter what field you travel to. As long as it has the Faction War banner and they're running a game like that weekend, that's sick. You can just pop in and put some points on the board for blue team, then get back to home field and be like, yo, home field, I was just in I was in New York for the weekend and I helped that blue team stack, an extra 175 points during a game. They're like, whoa, you did? Wow, okay, awesome. We got this many. Eventually, when we live stream all of those events together, it'll reciprocate in kind. We'll be able to, we'll be able to to see how every region does. So those in Texas or those in Colorado, maybe, I don't know, California, whatever field has faction war available, we will be able to not only check them, but see what their player database is like, eventually get into like, matchmaking. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. I know. It's a pretty cool concept. You should see how it works out for the you should see how it works out for the field owner. It's really good for the field owner. Yeah, because ultimately what it allows you to do is have a recurring program at your field. Why is that important? Well, from a business perspective, it's awesome because you now have players that are not just a birthday party, a corporate function, or a bachelorette party, bachelor party. You legitimately have a common core player base that's helping you pay the bills through different parts of the year, where that was a good slide, where normally you wouldn't see that kind of revenue unless it was some type of scenario, which is why a lot of fields build scenarios into their event structure. It's not just because of revenue. Some fields, like AG, I know, say it a lot, take a lot of pride in their scenarios. I can say the field OSG, which is a little bit more north, they love their scenario games too. And both fields do a great job of putting scenario games on. So, also another great reason to get your season pass. I think that's a paintball basic. If you like where you play, get a season pass. Makes life simple. More of these slidey boy ones. $28 grand for that. That's really not a lot. Which one of these is paying me like ridiculous pay? We're gonna do this. Swap cars. It is. Yeah, actually, did you see the field map? I guess pro tip. If you go to our website, go to anymagfed.com, newenglandmagfed.com, go to the events tab. Or it might be, sorry, media. Go to the media tab. Scroll down just a little bit. I made a field map of AG so you can see where individual fields are. It hasn't been updated in a while. I know I went off a partial Google Maps satellite image, so it's not 100%, but it will give you the outlier of all the fields that we play at. So if you're ever like, wait, what is that? I've never heard of that before. It's on the field map. It'll help you. It'll 100% help you. It is. It's a massive asset. Oh. Yes, Roanoke is a huge field. It's huge. Like 5 acres, maybe 6. It's nasty. It is. It's my favorite field so far. And I shoot a lot of first strike, so Yes, a field that size is perfect for FSR, but it's just the way that Eric and a few others have designed that field. It's just good field design. That way I can answer some of these questions while I drive. I know, chat, you're inquisitive, but I like it. I like it. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. Keeps us churning out content. Yes. Yes, like I said, I will honor that. If you bring people into chat just to chill and stream, especially Twitch, because that's where our primary is. We're primarily on Twitch. And they refer you just by name, lightly. Hey, so-and-so invited me in. Word. That person, that individual, most likely faction war player, will be rewarded in kind with faction war stuff. That's just it. That's all I can say. Might be a little something to this, a little something to that, but it will be faction war related, and you'll be like, wow, I just got this just for showing up? Yeah. Even if you're just chilling with us in the background, you're doing laundry, doing dishes, something. Yep. Yep. Well, so far it's been great. So far it's been absolutely amazing. Yes. Yes. Because it's honestly just about building content. Yep. The goal with this channel was to stream faction war events in real life, start doing it, so that way I can understand how it would be applied at other fields. Like how to emulate it at other fields. I like those barriers. Where you just basically tap the gas the entire time, it would be this. Yes, I will absolutely show you more Macbeth markers. Probably after this race, we'll get into markers. We will. I didn't have any coffee, so I have to go make some. I know. Don't need those. Are magnet guns different? Yes, they are. They definitely are. The T15 that I showed to chat a little bit earlier in the stream. Yeah, the thing's full metal. Not light. No, it's definitely not a light marker. Not at all. It is. It is. And I know. I'm a pretty tall dude. I'm 6'1". Fairly tall, so yeah, that thing is, it's not a small marker, that's for sure. Just gonna get us set up real quick. Three now. 26, 41, 51. I think that's moneymaker right there. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been to a number of different fields in the United States. The question was, have you played at other fields in the United States? The answer is yes, I have. Played at a few different fields. No, this is not the right one. Yeah, we had a great time. We did. We had an awesome time. Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to the chat. Yeah, good to see you. Nice. Nice. Yeah, like I said, I'm honoring that, Yep, I'm honoring that as a giveaway. Didn't this just say 50-something thousand? What's an off-road race for 50,000? Yes. Oh, yo, for real, I had a great time. I really did. I like jumping in that stream. I like...
Press the C key for accessibility options. Chat is enabled when you're in a party.
Yes.
Press the V key to...
Yes, I will absolutely, like I said, I will absolutely honor that. So if you have friends that come in and refer you, I'll look at the chat logs. Yeah. Yeah, just be like, whatever your name is, send me. That's it. Super easy. We'll make first giveaway case of paint super simple. Yeah, and then after that, we'll work our way into like markers and other stuff as the channel grows. Maybe I should make the Porsche the rally car. It is. Well, Magped is kind of a throwback. It is, because it's semi-auto most of the time. It's single shots. I will say that Magped's a lot more accurate than other iterations of paintball. In fact, way more accurate in a lot of cases. It just is. There's stuff that goes on in the world of Magped, I feel like, in Magped only games that doesn't normally happen in traditional paintball, and I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just because the shots feel different as you're taking them, but it's a completely different level of immersion. It's fun. It's fun. Maybe it's because everybody else is shooting first strike at you. And if you've never had first strike launched at you, it is a scary ass experience. The sound alone is pretty terrifying, because it whizzes by you. Then you get used to it. You really do. Which is another PB basic we're gonna cover. It's the question I always get the most. I guarantee you that if you've played paintball, you had this question asked to you at some point in time. You're gonna be like, oh, I know that question. You probably already know what it is right now, just by me saying that much. See if anybody can guess it. Oh, as I miss my checkpoint. Full 360 again. Yes, it is that question. Does paintball hurt? To me, like I said, paintball does not hurt as much as it feels like it trains your mind. More than your body. There's a pain penalty, if you want to call it. Oh, okay, sweet. A pain penalty involved, if you want to call it that. But it's not as wild as you think. It's not. It's not that bad. Yes, you should definitely try it. It's not like you don't know where our games are. It's not like you don't know where to find us. You want to come play some paintball. I know. I know. I know, paintball isn't always accessible. Well, GTI is a tank. Another 50 grand real quick. Oh, I can't change my car? Yo. There we go. Yes. Yes, we will. Yep. And it's always going to be that way. We have a number of events slated for this year. So there's going to be a ton of games in which we're going to we'll post up. Like if you're not in our Discord, I'll add you to the Discord. We do have a Discord, obviously. NEM Gaming. You can join that. So I'll post up in there. I'll post up on our Facebook. If you're not a member of our Facebook, do that. You can send me a request personally too if you want. I'll add you to our players group. If you end up making it to events. That caveat's always out there, guys. You have to make it to the event, and then I'll pop you in the players group. Because that's for active players. Players that are there pretty much every 2 weeks. Did we have two locations? Yes, we did. We had a location in Emsworth, Pennsylvania called Steeltown Paintball, which is working on getting Faction War up and running at their location. And we've been I've been speaking with a couple of different fields that are interested in having Faction War represented at their place as well, which is great. So, the goal is to have multiple fields across the US, so that way we can travel as a team. There's access for everybody, and even if you can't, travel, it's not within your means to do so, or physically can't, you can still watch the events taking place at other parts of the US. Other parts of the US will have accessibility options for people that, again, can't make it to the game, or maybe we're just chilling and we want to watch a game in Arizona while we're here in New Hampshire, or or in Mass, or we're here in Vermont, any part of New England. Will local fields have Faction War too? Yes. Yes, local fields will have Faction War as well. The reason for that is that we want a healthy local churn as well. Obviously, we don't want fields vying for events on the same day, if possible. That's where cross-promotion comes in. But ultimately, it's to build a network with all the other field owners and give them a small network. Because all it does is it strengthens all of paintball everywhere. Those fields aren't in a competitive operating space with one another. The fields that we have selected are multiple hours away from one another, but it still binds them together under the same banner. So field owners have the ability to reach out and ask one another how to, promote games, or hey, what do you do at events, or hey, maybe even there's materials that they can use at one field versus another, or something like that. I don't know. Those field owners are cool. They want to see the sport succeed, or else they probably wouldn't be in paintball in the world of business. Very tough, very difficult. A lot of customer service skills, as well as some retail skills, sales, HR, marketing, development. You gotta make sure you're doing right by your customers. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know. PB Basic. It's PB Basics time. We'll do a couple markers. We'll show you guys what MagFed markers really look like here in a sec. Let's go